country. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, I've been fishing, I can't sleep at night, I've just been itching. That's the life I have for me. Yeah, there ain't no more the way to rock it. Oh, I'm itching, can't sleep at night, just to go fishing. "6:30 in the morning, moons are calling while the sun heats up my face. Waves are crashing, the heartbeats are smashing. Can it truly be a better moment than this? Walking down the shoreline, I couldn't help but pay mine to the beauty of a moment like this. Craving the tidelines, a fishing the shorelines. Can a moment get any more bliss? My gear's in place, the sun's on my face. There's only one thing left to do. If I ain't fishing, I'm missing my fishing wonders explore. Ooh, I'm feeling the fire, the commitment, the desire to keep moving on. Through all the obstacles, wading through the depths of nature's falls, just for the moment like this. What I wouldn't do just to make this moment true, through and through. If I'm not fishing, I want it to be true. There's nothing like the fine fish until the evening light, then turning on the headlights and the moment's best shared with you. My gear's in place, the sun's on my face. There's only one thing left to do. Great outdoors. If I ain't fishing, I'm missing my fishing and the wonders explored. Ooh, I'm fishing. go fishing. That's the life I have for me. Out in a boat.
I'm surprised that we didn't get any out of this hole the last time we were here, but we plan on fishing this one on the way back down with the drift. We still got another good 5-minute trek here before we hit the dead end, which I can't wait to show you. The spot where I found all of the trout that have been running up or have been are all residing at this huge beaver dam. And the holes just seem to get bigger and bigger until we get to that dam. So I can't wait to show you guys this. Shout out to Addicted Fishing, the boys over there. A lot of their techniques and stuff I've kind of incorporated with my style. So shout out to you guys. I hope one day you can come down here and join us for some steelhead bobber down fishing. There's no garbage. There is no garbage. And I'll tell you why there's no garbage. Because the majority of the people that do fish around here are likely residential fishermen. Not saying that out-of-town fishermen people don't respect the lands, because there's lots of them. Oh yeah, there's a nice bowl right in there.
That's like the one I seen down the creek.
But I mean, you know, it's easy to leave a couple things laying behind. And the next thing you know, a couple things turn into 10 things. Look at. We're getting closer, eh, Tom? Seems we're getting closer. It's amazing how this just winds around in spots, and yet we're still not at the 401 highway yet. Well, it's cold. It's snowing, but the temperature's rising. I've seen a lot of fish activity so far. I haven't quite taken a drift yet. Just starting to get things set up. Thanks a lot for joining me today. I hope to see a lot of fish action. What I'm using today, pretty simple, basic. If you guys want, you can check out Addicted Fishing, but eventually I will have their floats. I ordered their box, but just your common slip float. I have about 10-pound braid, your split shots, Raven split shots, and I'm using about 6-pound mono trilene. Usually I would use a fluorocarbon, but given that the water's a little green and the snow was flying last night, this morning I like to be sure, have a little tougher guarantee that I'm gonna land these fish for you guys this morning, and you ladies. So stick around. I got some homemade roe cures that I make myself. Now they've been about through 3 fish now. I've fished with them 3 times. And then I have my homemade spawn sacks, or single eggs, different types of textures, colors, like some have the eyes in them in translucent, some are white, pink. And then I have guaranteed hot pink. Yeah, so light gear, long rod, fun fishing. Let's see what we can get. Now it's funny, for a long time, I would just slide the hook through the roll bag, you know, it didn't really matter. But it was until I seen, again, Addicted Fishing, until I seen them showing this little nifty trick of putting not only the hook through the bag, but just sending the hook on a sideways kind of thing to kind of hide it so it's not getting snagged up and the fish don't feel it. Awesome. Let's see what we get, yeah? guy. Oh, that's fish. There we go. First drift. First drift. Nice little steelhead. Wow. I did know it was down, but somebody had
Sister, you wanna play Twister? Are you built for the show? Yeah, I've played this game 100 times and I'm here to let you know. I walk on the stage till I die, no matter the truth or lies. Give it a floor, give it more. Just
easy let go. Back in the hole. Try and keep it on this side of the right on this side of the thing. Yeah, it's so down. There you go, you got fish, you got fish. Keep them up, don't.
Can't you see? No sense in reality.
That's it, come in front of the camera.
Wanna get with me? Party, love, me for rock and roll.
Oh, it's a good job. You're gonna
Mister, you want that sister? Can you handle the snow?
It's nothing like a warm coffee. Come out with you while fishing these elements. As you can see, I've been blessed. It's been my one hole, that's it. One hole so far, 3 fish, 2, 1 landed, second one still contemplating. We have to see it in the comments. What can I say? It's an amazing day. Lots of fish. Lots of fish right there. that's nice. Steelhead. Finally one in the bank. I'll give you a little close up. I'm just going to I'm going to show a little flaying trick a little later. I'm going to keep this one perfect eating. There's one little thing I wanted to bring up during this video, which I think is a great tip. When catching your fish, you know, especially if you don't have pressure of other guys, taking a minute to kind of enjoy the outdoors, see how the environment is for you, you know, everything, to the wind, the temperature, the water, the creek, everything. Taking a minute just to let the creek settle, I think is very important. You know, it's been about 5-10 minutes since now I've caught that fish, and I'm ready to go back in there. Let's see what we get. Again, pink. I have pink and purple. I thought I would try the purple. It seems, again, as most steelhead fishermen know, what color do you think is the most dominant? Pink or purple? Fish on! So basically what I'm here doing, showing you to now, is I flayed the fish, or I cut the fish in half. It's cold. I want to get going here, and I don't want to waste any meat. I want to take it home and do it properly instead of just doing it right here on the bank and wasting a lot of fish. So I basically just stuck a knife in the fish, poof, right down into the ground. It's holding the fish there. Allows me to use less hands and deal with this fish. So I will, just gonna put this row somewhere. It's nice and cold. The greatest thing about having a fishing vest and buying some of this gear, you know, this outdoor gear, so to speak, is the components. You know, you can get away with holding a lot of stuff, and yet when walking, only holding the rod you're using. There's one going in. So usually you flip the fish, right? No, I'm going to go down about a ½ inch now, and I'm just going to cut this center bone out. Now when you keep the knife just slightly on a 45, you can kind of stay roughly in that bone area. Just cut that right out. That bone right there goes right into the tail, right? Okay, I don't mind that. I can deal with it after. There's a big part of the bone gone. And believe it or not, they distribute hatchery fish. And what they do with that is they will let them go down the creek dead, cut them up, and let these fish deteriorate and kind of neutralize and nutrient give nutrition to the trees, the other fish, the small fish. They all benefit from this act. So leaving a bit of this on the ground is not something that is an issue. It actually helps. I believe like any type of wild animal would love to come by and have that as a snack. So I like to flay my fish down here at the creek, at least deal with for the majority of it down here, so that, you know, it's giving back to kind of like the ecosystem, right? Giving back to the Mother Earth, letting something else benefit, and wasting as very little fish as possible. You bring it home. I don't know, I love that some people will use it for soup, and they put all the stuff in a pot, the bones, everything, and they make a fish soup. That's, you know, very, very, very conservative, and I really respect that. But for the most part, you know, you flay this fish at home, all the extra meat and everything goes in the garbage, or we freeze it, and then we throw it in the garbage and it goes to the dump. Well, then it's only feeding the seagulls. I like to feed things a little bit more wild, a little bit more respectable to the habitat, so to speak. Not that seagulls aren't beneficial, they eat a lot of garbage. They love harassing us fishermen and using certain baits. Let's put this food in there now. See, the bone's in there, not a big deal. I'm not worried about it. I really just want to get the majority of the guts and stuff like that off. Oh wow, let me show you this. Well, they're heading. They've had enough. It's too cold, but not for us. We're here, we're making this happen. I can't thank you enough for joining my channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe. You know, I will try my best to make the videos as best as possible given the options I have. And as well the advice, you know. It's a lot. And I respect a lot of the people out there making fishing videos. You know, it was a big thing when I was a kid, seeing these guys fish. And now, given the technology and the ability for people to see in themselves that they can do things like this with, you know, it goes a long way. It helps us people, it helps us fish, it helps me. And through that, me doing videos, I help you. You know, it's fishing is a craft and something that has been going on forever. And whether it's through some techniques with netting and stuff like that, as we know back in the day, to, of course, your art and craft with using a pole. Essentially, fishing has been a part of our life. It's been a part of our species and race and survival. And it's just so much fun. You know, if it wasn't for fishing, I don't know where I'd be. Coming from a background that I do, fishing was probably the second nature thing for me. I was always out doing fishing. I'd rather be outside than be inside. And as far as like, as soon as I was old enough to go on my own, I was gone doing adventures. And here I am today, thankful enough that you guys are joining me with the adventures that I have as now the big kid. So let's get some fishing. I'm gonna put this in my vest. I'm gonna deal with this row, and we'll go down creek, start going down as far as we can, and then hopefully if I have enough daylight left, maybe we'll go hit Wilmot Creek. But I don't think we'll have to leave this creek by any means. There's quite a lot of fishing we can do on this creek, and nobody fishes it. I haven't seen one guy all morning, or one girl, which more girls need to fish.
Scream, make you wanna fly.